Anna, nobody. Boom, boom, what are you doing?
No,
And
it's
I'd be
not.
like, hey, girl.
Yes, it is. Why does that say Gabby Schatz?
The fuck?
Why did that just say Gabby
What
Schatz?
the fuck?
Oh shit. Oh!
Gabby? What the fuck?
Speak
Gabby,
up,
what the
Gabby.
fuck? Gabby, what the fuck? So, a couple people have asked for a story time, but before I do that, I just want to say that everything I'm about to say in this video is super hypothetical based on a hypothetical story. Okay? So let's go ahead and call my ex-boyfriend Byron and my roommate and best friend Labby. So basically, I had gotten a hold of Byron's phone and I was like, listen, Labby, come outside. Like, let's go through his phone together because this is not the first time that we had gone through his phone together. So we had propped up the phone, which is why I was recording when I had found out, because I was like, I know he's done stuff with other women. He cheated on me about 40 times.
Yo, that's a wild introduction. Red-handed. In the middle of the what's the name? Red-handed. Now, I want y'all to answer something in the comments. Because she ain't do not near another with how I thought she was going to respond. For the ladies specifically, how many of y'all would have snuffed her right then and there as soon as y'all seen it? Or did she handle it perfectly? Let me know. Because what I thought was about to go down didn't go down. Now, the second thing I want to say, 40 times? 40 times, and you went back, you went through the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, all the way to the 35th, the 36th, the 37th. 40 times. And what baffles me is the first time you not recording nothing. The second time you probably not recording nothing. Maybe the third or fourth, I don't know. Unless y'all just really on it like that and y'all just get right the first time. But the first time I can almost bet that you not recording nothing. So that means that they've been bumping and grinding for a little bit longer than that.
Hold on, let me say I take full accountability for not leaving the first time, not even the 39th.
Exactly.
So I knew that he was doing stuff as well as before he had, as well as had multiple relations with other women. So I knew when I was going through it that I was going to find stuff. So the video is about 1 minute and 36 seconds before I found the video of them together. Before that,
Yeah, I hear women say that, like certain women. I hear certain women say that. Some women be like, as long as he takes care of the bills, as long as he's checking off every other box, I'm good. Damn. I will never understand that.
we thought it was funny, again, to see what was going on. To make this all make sense, I need to go back a little bit, so stay with me.
No.
Him and I had just graduated college. We'd been in a 2-year relationship, and he basically was like, hey, like, let's figure this out. So I had moved to Columbus from Cleveland for him, right? Me and Labby had worked at the same establishment, and I was like, hey, I'm about to move to Columbus for this boy. Obviously, she knew about him. And she was like, hey, I don't really, have many friends out here. Like, why don't I move to Columbus with you? Make the rent cheaper. Let's all get a big 2-bedroom apartment. So that's basically exactly what we did.
So her friend, after she said that to her friend proposed that, yo, let me just go with y'all because I don't know nobody out here. Let me go with y'all and I'll just make the rent cheaper. So he cheated umpteen times, and then now he got 2 of y'all coming.
The tape that they had taken was in September of 2024. We didn't move in until November of 2024. So they had already bumped and grind. Nobody was going to bring it to my knowledge. She swears up and down to this day, not to myself, because she has not once apologized. He has not once apologized. Nobody's ever spoken to me, basically, for pretty much the most part, from that day that I found that video of them. So she let me move in with the man that she had already bumped and grind. So who knows? how long that they were bumping and grinding anytime I went to work, anytime I was out of town, anytime I was visiting family, or just going to the grocery store. Long story short, they had taken that video in September of 2024. He didn't have the video. She sent it to him July 1st, I think it was, maybe around there. She sent it to him on Snapchat, which is why I say, why does this say blah, blah, blah? He had taken a video off someone else's phone of the Snapchat she had sent them of the tape they had made. He saved it to his camera roll, which is why I hadn't seen it for basically 6 months since it had happened. A lot of people were like, oh, I would have beat her up, blah, blah, blah. When the video ended, I was in complete, utter shock. So I basically was like, yo, get out the car. Her mom was staying us at the time visiting from Cleveland, and I woke her up and I was like, hey, Bookie, I just found videos of your daughter having with my boyfriend in his phone. Right after that, she had basically, I didn't come home that night because, like, obviously I couldn't sleep at the home we all shared. So I basically had went and stayed somewhere else. I came home 24 hours after that, and she had moved everything out. Like, I came in and it looked like a whole new, like somebody was moving in. After that, we had pretty much all cut communication. I didn't want to speak to her. She clearly didn't want to speak to me. Instead, she went and told all my business to all my personal friends and people that I held near and dear to my heart. And things that you would tell your friend that you wouldn't tell others, she went on to tell. Lied about that for a while until I found a tape of her, or they recorded her talking about it. And she basically was like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. And that's how it ended. Like, I never got an apology. I never got, I'm sorry. They swear that was the one and only time that they did it in September when we were all living together. I just don't believe that, because if you're comfortable enough to make a video, you guys were comfortable enough to do that multiple times. After that, pretty much had settled down, other than people would send me videos. He was going into her job, visiting her. So I kind of knew that they hadn't cut communication, started following each other on Instagram. And I was like, yo, this is kind of weird. Baby, you were supposed to be my best friend. You were supposed to be my boyfriend. Why are you guys following each other on Instagram? Why are you going to her job? And kind of press the issue. Basically, then...
What does that matter? The worst part has already happened. And luckily for you, you got it red-handed. It wasn't no mystery, no nothing. It's directly in front of your face. So now, although you had some years in, but and you was already cheated on before, so you probably wasn't. You can't be that hurt, bro. You can't be that hurt. You can't be that hurt and trying to still check up on what they doing. Like, come on now.
I started to get blackmailed, and things had kind of spiraled. From there, other than the blackmail, which I can't get into, even though this is a hypothetical story, I just don't want to get into it because I don't feel comfortable enough. Labby had been there for multiple abuse situations that had happened to me. Obviously, all the cheating that happened to me, she would sit there and listen to me cry and vent about how I truly loved this man, but he would never be loyal to me, which is, again, where I take fault. But then decided and never told me that she had slept with him. So basically, I hadn't heard anything for months until about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was at our pool and I saw Labby on my Ring camera, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go like talk to her because, you know, she keeps telling people my business, and I just feel like that's not fair. I've handled this entire situation with grace. I kind of just moved on with my life, and I just feel like it's not fair that she's telling people my business. So I wanted to go say like, hey, I don't appreciate this. Well, to my knowledge, when I had pulled up, I had seen her car and I heard it start. Byron was actually in the driver's seat and she was coming out. I was like, Byron's not supposed to be here because, oh my God, I completely left out. The day after I had found out that tape, I was out drinking with my friends, rightfully so, and I saw on my Ring tape that Byron was at my home, which I was like, why would Byron be at my home? Well, he had flipped this entire bedroom upside down. This bed frame that you see was damn near hanging from the ceiling. All my clothes were scattered everywhere. He had taken clothes of mine and things like that. So basically, I had called the cops that night. after dealing with, again, abuse and things like that, I never called the cops, but I had finally met my final straw. Because I'm like, why are you guys trying to play the victim? And why is he trying to break into my apartment when I actually did nothing wrong? Basically, after that, I hadn't spoken to either of them. Obviously, things had moved on. I saw her at my apartment, and he wasn't supposed to be here. So the day that I saw her at my apartment and I saw him driving, I'm like, hey, he's not supposed to be here. Like, the police had already told him he's not supposed to be here. Well, I had stood in front of the car because I was like, no, you guys are not leaving together. Like, he's not supposed to be here. I'm calling the police. He had ended up ramming the car into like my feet and running over my foot. Come to find out that they are actually currently living together.
All right, that's enough, man. I don't want to hear no more because it sounds like the main part is over. Listen, I don't know why this happens multiple times, but when the friend is getting cheated on and you confide in your friend, hey, he's cheating. Usually your other friend wants to see what the toxicity is like. I don't know why some women is like that, emphasis on some, but that is crazy to me. Because all of the things you seen him put her through, including scandals with you specifically, you gonna get into a relationship with him, move in and do that. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know. Y'all drop y'all comments. Let me know what y'all think about the situation. Like I said before, ladies, what does it take for you to actually leave the relationship? Is it okay if he checks off every other box, but you allow him to step out every once in a while? Or if he does, you'll forgive it because he checks off every other box? Let me know. That's really my thoughts on it. I don't really have any other takes. I do hope and think that she's only still talking about this because it's going viral right now. So getting some type of notoriety off of it. That's really it. My message behind all of this is directed towards the ladies and the men, but really geared towards the ladies. Don't settle for anything. If you see all of the red flags, don't think that it's just Six Flags and you want to go and play games at the park. See the red flags, do something about it, and pivot. Okay? When you see the red flags, stand on that. It's a reason why when y'all do one thing, we gone. But when we do 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things, y'all end up taking us back. As soon as you see that one thing, that one flag, get up out of there. Don't settle. I know it's going to eliminate a lot of options. But do not settle. Same thing for the men. It's going to eliminate a lot of them. But don't settle just because you feel like you're not at where you want to be, so you just going to get whatever comes to you right now. Nah, if you want something, go get it. If that means you got to focus on yourself more, then that means you got to do that. Because if you always prepared, you ain't got to get prepared. Get in shape. Get your bank right. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally intelligence. Go to therapy. Do whatever you got to do. Read. And when that time comes, it's going, you know what I mean? So, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Supreme Intelligence, Wabbity Dabbity. It costs nothing to show love. Like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get this up to 500 subscribers. That's my first goal. So if you're watching this right now, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all made it to the end of the video. Yeah, ain't? See y'all in the next video.